it's kind of crazy. It's like adding insult to injury, you know? It's not bad enough that the current situation that we're in, that the economy is in, is already putting an increased amount of stress and burden and anxiety on so many people out there trying to figure out, you know, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to survive this? You know, my savings account is literally almost at zero. My credit cards are maxed out, and to make matters worse, I just lost my job. You know, I am technically now unemployed, and you know, I hate it. I hate it. You know, I hate that this is, you know, the world that we live in, and the situation that we are all being, you know, forced to deal with, being that of the current state of the economy. Now, some people are using this opportunity to take advantage of some of these discounts that are appearing, especially in the stock market. We're seeing some huge discounts in the stock market. You know, when the price of hamburgers go down, folks, let's not be upset. Let's be happy. Let's buy more hamburgers. Let's buy hamburgers at a lower price. Stock up on hamburgers so that when they go back up in price, we are in a position to capitalize on the gains and the returns of these investments. But I actually received a direct message from a member in the network with, you know, a sad and tragic story that I hate to even hear, but it's the reality, and it's that the current state of the world that we live in, with the added complexities and struggles and challenges of the economy and inflation and the job market and layoffs and hiring freezes and everything that's going on, the holidays, you add the holidays on top of it, people have expectations of years prior, and this year is not going to be the same as last year. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be tough for some. And sadly, Kevin, I lost my job. I need to find a way to replace my income quickly. Please help. Because my wife of 15 years is threatening to divorce me now. I mean, like, what more could really go wrong, you know? And it's sad, it's unfortunate. You know, it's the situation that we're having, well, unfortunately, you know, we're having to deal with. Speaking of which, here come the wife and kid. How y'all got so many bags?
Your mom. I don't understand the question. We're at Target. What do you think?
Oh man.
Come on, kids.
Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, and you know, fortunately, this is available for those that are members of the network, because sometimes it's just a matter of talking out a situation and getting another perspective and opinion and possible solutions that can solve problems. Because a lot of times people get hit with these problems, especially now, especially these financial problems. They get hit with these left and right all the time. And there's like one after another. That's just the way that, you know, it seems like things are going right now. So many layoffs, so many terminations, so many people getting fired, seeing their incomes cut and reduced. And, you know, sometimes like online therapy and just having a professional, I'm not saying I'm a professional, but sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. So that can help, I think, tremendously and drastically in these times, in this situation, with the challenges that many are facing. You know, I know relationships are going to get tested. They're going to get stretched. They're going to get pushed to the max. People are going to be at their wits' end, and breaking points are going to be identified. Weaknesses. Communication is going to be a huge importance. Communication is going to be key. Kind of hard to communicate, hey, you know, honey, you know, we're losing the house. We're getting kicked out. We're being foreclosed on. We're being evicted. Cars getting repoed. I just lost my job. You know, our retirement savings is all wiped out. You know, inflation is eating us alive. Hard conversation to have, but hey, these conversations need to be had, especially before you get to that point. Now, granted, 15 years is a long time. I hope that they can work this out and continue on and have a long and meaningful and happy relationship and marriage. But you know, at the same time, I understand that sometimes this can be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes people marry for the wrong reasons. Maybe it's not for love. Maybe money is a driving factor, and you know, you see a drastic reduction and decline and total wipeout and elimination of your income, and you could possibly see the woman of your dreams saying, you know, this isn't right for me anymore, it's time to leave. And you know, you may even see her already, you know, in a new relationship relatively quickly because she's already been planning her exit. Which is like I was telling you guys about these companies and these businesses. These folks, they plan this for a long time. They see the writing on the wall. They're analyzing their budgets. They're seeing how much money they're making. They're seeing their income opportunity and their potential of earning more income. They're seeing how much they're spending in relation to how much they make. These are the 5 principles, folks. Earn more money, continuously earn more, make more money, earn. Spend less than you make, budget. This is what these companies are doing. Reduce your high interest debts. With the Fed continuously raising interest rates, the high interest debts are just going to continuously grow, especially if it's a revolving and an adjustable rate. If it's a fixed rate, that's a different story. But even still, most businesses operate on lines of credit, and those credits are based on the prime rate plus. So as the rates change, it costs more for the businesses to borrow. But they're paying attention to how much they're making. They're paying attention to how much they're spending in relation to how much they're making. They're paying attention to their budgets. These are the generally accepted accounting principles, the basics, the 101s of cash flow of businesses to identify, all right, this is the path that we're on, this is the track we're on, this is the potential outcome. Now we need to make changes to make sure that this outcome is as good as it can possibly be. And we don't face wipeout, we don't face elimination, we don't face default and bankruptcy and having to close our business, which means layoffs are going to occur more often, more regularly. 2023, I'm telling you guys, after this holiday season is over, and maybe not even before the new year begins, literally December 26th, right after Christmas, we may see huge announcements of layoffs after the holiday season, because companies are saying, look, we got to try to get everything we can before we dip. I know it's been 15 years. I know we had a good run. I'm gonna get every little bit out of this before I dip. I want a divorce, sweetie. I'm sorry. It's been real, but I'm out. I found a better opportunity elsewhere, and this just isn't right for me anymore. And the businesses are doing the same thing, folks. Paying attention to how much money they make, how much money they spend, budgeting, and preparing themselves to be in a position to increase their earnings, save money, and develop cash flow producing assets that are going to bring returns on their investments, that are going to put them in positions of greater wealth, greater net wealth, or greater net worth, and continuously grow and increase the value of their business, increase their value for shareholders, and continue on that cycle. And sometimes there's going to be some people along the way, along this journey, that kind of get tossed to the side. They kind of get the short end of the deal. They get laid off, they get fired, they lose their income, they get wiped out, they run through their savings, their credit cards get maxed out, and then perhaps maybe some relationships start falling apart at home. They face breakups and divorce and animosity and resentment. And like I said, sometimes it just needs somebody to talk to. Sometimes it just needs somebody to talk to air it out, get a unbiased opinion, perhaps maybe point them in the right direction and provide clarity and some paths and directions that they can go down to improve their situation, or maybe even prevent these things from happening.